How y'all doing? Oh yeah, we're hitting it hard this morning. Oh yeah, we got to get right after it. This is a good one. This is one that we're gonna cure this damn thing about nigger. All right, we are gonna cure it like the best solution ever. All right. See, a lot of people don't understand what the shame of that thing is, but see what it originally was it was a thing that they did down south. Whoops, excuse me. I got change the cigarette and all that. Anyway, I he's telling me that it was about an uneducated man, and he was a Negro, and that's where the word come from. Well, we got to make a change in that. We're going to keep the word because it's still going to say all about an uneducated man, but we're going to spread it across all races. Let's pass that shame around, okay? Let's make everybody understand the shame of what being called a nigger is all about, okay? Because here's what it is. See, if you do something stupid, like break a window and go in and steal a pair of Nikes during a protest, or you decide you're going to flip over a car because, everybody's mad, let's do it. You're being a nigger, okay? And it goes down to basics. If you're standing in a line and all of a sudden someone cuts in front of you and you're being a nigger, the one that did the cutting. Or if you driving down the street and you hit your brakes a little too late and your car is clean across the crosswalk and now everybody's walking around you, yeah, you're being a nigger. All right? That's disrespectful. Now, does that mean you stand up on his car and walk across it and then jump down it? No, because now your dumbass is being a nigger. You just walk by. If you're a real child of God, you're going to walk by that car and just say, oh, just another nigger. And we're going to take care of that. And that's going to be a shame spread across all races now. All right. Just so everybody knows, it's about being uneducated and disrespectful. Now, I was telling you about the rights of the sheriff. Turns out they're the only ones that have any rights. They're the only ones in the world that have rights. And if you violate their rights, then they have to enforce it. But the rest of us, dude, we just got to walk and do our thing. We have no rights. We have the right to just be a good child. And tell you the truth, if you do that, you'll never be involved with the sheriffs anyway. The only time you're going to be involved with the sheriffs is when you violate their rights. If you violate the sheriff's rights, damn, now he's got to get involved. And now he's got to take some action. So, just so we all know who's got rights and who doesn't. And we're also going to put another law in the books. We're going to call it the nigger law. Okay? Because, plain and simple, if sheriff sees you being disrespectful in any way, shape, or form, and he thinks that, yeah, you need a little time out, boy, that's not right. That's not how we act here. Okay? He's going to have the authority to pick your ass up, take you down, and put you in a clink. 24 hours, up to 30 days. He'll make that call. It just depends on how disrespectful you was. How much you violated his rights or her rights as sheriff. Okay? And as far as everything else goes, everyone else, don't worry about your rights. You have a right to walk your path. And if you stay on your path, you don't need no rights. You just need to know you're going to job, you're going to be going home, you're going to be leave that right thing to the officers, to the Avatar law. They're the ones that are going to have to enforce rights, and it's their rights that's got to be enforced. They're on a different program than y'all. They're here to protect the children. And so if there's ever a case that comes up to where the children are in threat, they got to, in fact, enforce their rights. And so that's the way we're going to do this. But what I want you guys to know is don't be a nigger. Don't be disrespectful. And it comes to the neighbors thing too, okay? All right. Now, say for example, these neighbors just can't get along. And the one just keeps being disrespectful over and over again. Well, they're going to have to call the sheriff and say, Sheriff, can you come out and talk to this one? Because I can't seem to get through. And the sheriff's going to be obligated to enforce his rights to come out and give you a little chat. All right? He's going to have to say, no, don't be doing that shit. No. And if you get loud or disrespectful with him, yeah, you're probably going to get a couple nights of courtesy of Avatar Law in their comfy sales. But regardless, we're going to take care of disputes. And disputes usually are involved with disrespect to one another. But now there's going to be two sides of that coin. All right? There may be that lady or that guy that he just can't seem to get along with anybody. He calls the sheriff 3-4 times. And then guess what? Sheriff's going to have to enforce his rights. Dude, you're a pain in the ass. You're the one going in tonight, okay? I'm tired of you not. Come on. All right? And so those people are only going to call the sheriff when they really have a problem. Because after a couple times, okay, dude, this is your third call this week, all right? Do you think maybe it might be your side of the fence we're having a problem with? What do you think? Can we sit down and have a cup of coffee and talk about this one? That kind of thing. Anyway, I think this one was a good one. I really wanted to get this one off the gun this morning because we need the world to know that the sheriff has to enforce his rights or hers. No one else. All right. They're the ones keeping the peace. And so they're the ones with the rights. Nobody else. Like I said, if they stop their car in the middle of the stop walk and you got to walk around them, just look at it as it's another challenge in life. And don't call them a nigger because, see, here's the thing. You make yourself a nigger by calling them a nigger. You realize that, right? See, this is a trick. This is a trick to make children act right. See, if you walk through life with never using that word again, you've done good. You've done really good. Matter of fact, the best thing you can ever do is to never have that word in your world. All right? And certainly never act like one. And this way we're going to take that shame of that word and we're going to spread it across to all races so that everybody truly understands what being a nigger means. Okay? And we're going to get that nigger law. Like I said, and maybe us good Christians would just call it the bad law. They've been bad. We don't want to use the word. But that's what you're truly doing if the sheriff has to enforce his rights. Because if he sees it straight up in his face, dude, that's like committing a crime right in front of the freaking camera, dude. He's got to enforce, or she has to enforce their rights. Okay? They're there to keep the peace and teach people to be respectful to each other. And that is what it is. Respect each other. If the line's way back there, get your ass back there. Don't cut. That is, everyone needs to stop and think, are they being disrespectful? And I'm really hoping that this nigger law we can just bury within a year. But I have a feeling there's a few out there that they're going to need a little extra incentive, a little time out, so they can understand this world isn't all about them. It's about us and us working together. So, yeah, go ahead and prepare that nigger law thing. And sheriffs, yeah, you're going to have to know your rights. I'm sorry. It's the way it's going to be. But you won't have to repeat them over and over again. Or maybe you want to. Maybe you'll pull them over and say, I have the right to kick your ass if you don't shut up and act right, boy. Yeah, maybe that's what we should do. Just have them read your rights when you pull them over. Nah, no. We're better than that. We're better than that. They'll know. They'll know. Anyway, good talk, folks. Oh man, great, right out of the gates, huh? All right. Well, we got more. We got more. And now I'm gonna watch a few songs and yeah, get myself really woke up. Those were two that the one he said I had to do, and the other one I really wanted to do. So anyway, all right, I'll be back.